our local, our regional, and our international viewers, wherever you may be, thank you so much for choosing us, allowing us to be your number one, spending quality time with us. My dear friends, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with ZELISA, where we continue to inform, educate, empower, and answer those unanswered questions. I am ZELISA Singh Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, absorb, get your pen, get your paper, get your phone, so you could take notes and you could store important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Hisham Costello, on behalf of our team, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a beautiful, blessed, productive, and great day today. It's Thursday, the 30th of November 2023. My dear friends, it is the very last day in this month of November 2023, never to come again. That's the importance and significance of time. Don't procrastinate, use it wisely. Use your time in a very constructive and productive way, all right? And if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. That's someone special, all right? Keep smiling, be positive, and always know the best is yet to come. We're quickly going to go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. Remember to check them out. They've got their flea market starting at the Mid-Center Mall tomorrow. That's the 1st of December. Let's quickly go to our quote for today. And our quote says, "Be strong enough to walk away from what isn't best for you, and be patient enough to wait for the blessings you deserve." You know, a good friend sent that to me this morning, and I said, it's something I want to share with the world, and I'm going to repeat it because it's so important. It's so strong and it's so real. And it says, be strong enough to walk away from what isn't best for you, and be patient enough to wait for the blessings you deserve. That's something we all should pay attention to. That came to us with the kind compliments, the kind folks, of course, at the Fab India. It's the Christmas flea market at the Mid-Center Mall. It starts tomorrow, the 1st of December. It's running until, the end of the month of December. And then Medford Gas Station, Chagonis, that is still open, Fab India Expo, and they're closing on the 10th. So take advantage of their deals there. I want to remind you, both locations, good, safe, secure parking, wonderful deals. Make it a family affair, lots to enjoy, lots to eat, lots to drink, great deals. You could take the family affair and really have a wonderful, nice experience, all right? Safe and secure as well. And it's a win-win situation when it comes to the great deals that you're going to get. And in these days, every dollar that you save accumulated could get you an extra gift or something extra for yourself, all right? So thank you so much there. There you go. Let me say a very good morning and a very warm welcome to a young lady who is a tower of strength. She's the wind beneath the wings of many people. She's a walking institution. She wears many hats. I have a great admiration for her love and passion for the citizens and well-being of this land. She's no other than attorney at law, Sujina Kadir. Beautiful beauty and brains, you know.
Good morning, ZELISA.
Good morning,
How are
darling.
you? Your set looks wonderful. Compliments to the season to you.
Thank you, darling. Many happy returns.
Good morning to everyone listening and viewing as well.
Nice to have you as always. And today we're going to start things off talking about domestic violence.
Which is such a prevalent topic in society today,
It's so real. And we can't talk, I mean, we spoke about it before. We had long, extensive conversations. But we always need to be on the doorstep. We always need to be in the front of it, reminding people.
That's the right word. I think people need to be reminded that there is no shame in explaining your situation and getting help. The shame is to know options are available and you don't take steps to help yourself. But sometimes it's such an onerous task to come out of the emotions that you feel, because, you know, they say it's a cycle of abuse, ZELISA. So, you know, you walk on eggshells, then there's the explosive state, the honeymoon stage, and you keep going around. And no matter how much we look in and say, What's wrong with them? Why they just don't come out? It's not that easy for a victim. So they have to make that decision to break that cycle of abuse. And when they do that, that is where the attorneys come in and give them the options available in law, which I guess we will get into.
I think in many situations when we talk about abuse, and we know abuse is in many forms, it could be verbally, but using profanity, talking down, making someone feel less than who they are, showing no love, no gratitude, no appreciation at all, no respect. It could be physical, it could be mental.
And all those things you say is so important, as ZELISA, because a lot of people say, well, he didn't hit me. But then there is emotional abuse, psychological abuse, financial abuse. Financial,
which is so real. And I didn't understand how real it is until I realized that there are situations where there are women in this country who do not have a bank account. There are women who work and they take their paycheck or their money and hand it over.
I dealt with a situation just like that very recently. If you don't hand over it, so that's financial abuse. Putting control over your finances, right? Dictating the pace with that. And then on top of it, when you don't give it, you insult, demean, belittle the person. So it becomes verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and a ripple effect, psychological abuse. And then when these things happen, not only is the victim affected, but those around the victim in the household, like the children, they feed off of the toxicity and the negativity.
They do, and they sometimes history will repeat itself because they think this is normal. This is what I'm exposed to, and this is what I've experienced. So it's okay if I get bashed in. It's okay if my husband curses me. It's okay if I can't find him for the whole weekend because he's lying with friends.
Overlook it because they think it happened and maybe it will work out, maybe it won't.
Then there are parents who say, hey, you see that house you're living in or the car you're driving, shut your mouth, you're paying your bills, you're living a life of whatever, take it, because it's,
that's why
where you're going to go, what you're going to do.
That's why I really am grateful for forums like yours, ZELISA, that always puts information out there, because people need to understand there are options available. Like, even if you didn't want to go to the court and ask for a summons to bring up the other person, you can actually call the DV, Domestic Violence Hotline, and I could always pass the information. I know you have an active Facebook page. You could email the Domestic Violence Hotline. They reply so quickly, you could barely even drink your tea now, and they're going to reply. Somebody's going to reach out, and I applaud the new system in place because it was long needed, and they respond so quickly. So even if you don't, sometimes when you feel down, you don't feel to go do things, you could stay on your phone, send the email, or make that call, and somebody will reach out to you and help you.
And that is important. And I'm happy that things are in place now. So people now, you have an avenue to vent, you have an avenue to discuss, you have an avenue to say something, reach out, even if it's just a conversation to get it out.
And when you say conversation, sometimes people are barely holding on and they don't want the headache of legalities just yet. So they may very well call 800-SAVE, 800-SAVE on your telephone pad, and somebody is trained there to listen to you and to help you to help yourself. It's important that people are aware of these numbers.
I love that. Help you to help yourself. Because sometimes you just can't find it within yourself to fight for yourself, to stand up for yourself. I mean, okay, tomorrow is the 1st of December. There are situations where there are women in this country, and I want to say men as well.
Definitely.
They just don't know. They don't have the right, they don't feel, let me correct myself, they don't feel as if they have the right to make decisions, to get a list to say, I would like this for myself. Because they don't even have control in even buying the groceries in the house. They don't know what it's like to go to the grocery and pick up things, or get personal things, or something for themselves, to pamper themselves, to say, I deserve this.
And you make a very good point. There is no discrimination with violence. Men do it to women, women do it to men. And nobody should feel more sorry for one particular gender, because wrong is wrong.
Wrong is wrong across the board.
And I always tell people, if a situation occurs in your relationship and the relationship is worth more to you than what occurred, then you work on it and you grow together. But if you realize it can't work, then you can't ruin your own peace of mind, and then you start to, okay, maybe I should check counseling. And if it does not work, then there's maybe mediation. And if mediation doesn't work, because I, for one, don't believe you can mediate violence. I figure if counseling can't help you, there's no mediation with regard to violence in my view. So I will say litigation. And that's when we advise people to approach the court, and perhaps we could always get into what occurs when you reach to court.
It's important. You know, I say it and I'll continue to say it. You love God and you love yourself.
Yes.
If you do not love yourself and you do not have any respect for yourself, no one else will. Now,
Yes.
I'm not telling you to be a bully. I'm not telling you
Yes.
to you know, always have this.
Be antagonistic.
Yeah.
No.
But understand that you are worth something. You're a child of God. You came from parents.
Yes.
You deserve respect. You
That's
deserve
it.
the best. Always remember that. And always also remember this is what you should give in your relationship as well. When you decide you want to live with somebody or you want to marry somebody,
Yes.
you are taking this person from their home, their parents, after the parents made many sacrifices
And what
to
they're
bring them.
accustomed to.
Exactly. It is your duty and responsibility then to respect, love and honor this person.
Yes.
The moment you take God out of your thoughts and you cross the line and you hurt this person, whether it's by violence or you decide you want to be in another relationship with somebody, you're hurting somebody's child.
Exactly, you know, and the ramifications to the person in their relations to other people is they're going to have trust issues. They're going to have own personality issues. And that's why I always tell people, if it becomes too toxic, then the only help for yourself is taking that exit door. It doesn't mean that if you share a child with the person that you can't learn to co-parent. There's co-parenting counseling. And I want to tell members of the public, under the Ministry of Social Development, National Family Services, you could literally walk in and ask for counseling because the resources are available, and maybe, and I only say this as my respectful view, it's not marketed enough so that the average man feels he has to go and pay for a counselor. Or pay for somebody to help him in that regard, when there are free services afforded by the Ministry of Social Development.
Brilliant.
To aid these families, ZELISA.
And it's absolutely free.
Yes.
It's not costing
And
you
confidential.
anything. Yeah.
And you could come out of your situation. But if you can't and you've reached your zenith point of tolerance, then court will be the only option, which we will get into the procedure and
We
stuff.
certainly will do that. So again, you know, if you at any point of time, she's an attorney at law, you know, she specializes in a lot of these cases, especially you also
And emotional
went
cases as
apart
well,
from
sir.
that in terms of mediation, you did
Yes.
that. So I think that is what will give you the edge.
Actually, you know, when I did counseling for victims of abuse, ZELISA, I used to be very rigid in my office and say, similar to a lot of people, why can't they just come out of the situation? But I thought I was being cruel to people in saying that. So I said, let me go to UE, do counseling for victims of abuse and enhance my own understanding so that so I don't adopt such a rigid approach. And now I treat my clients or anybody I meet who's a victim of violence with a little more understanding.
Yeah.
Because you just can't come out of the cycle of abuse. Remember, you
Yeah.
built a relationship. You
Yes.
invested your time.
Yes, yes. You fall in love,
Yes.
and you know everything is beautiful, everything is colorful. I look into your eyes and see my world. I can't imagine my life without you. Kind of
Exactly,
thing.
and then your
your
world
dreams,
changes.
your dream.
Exactly.
You have dreams together.
have loans together.
This is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with.
Yes.
This is the person that's going to be my partner for the rest of my life, husband or wife, the mother or father of my children.
Right.
And I also want to make a point. If it cannot work, or it will, you know, you've tried everything and you want to go your separate ways, that's fine. You can't force somebody to love you or to
Yes.
be with you or to want. But you must always remember that that person, good or bad in your eyes or whatever you were dished out, will always be the father or mother to your children.
That's
So
true.
for the
So you need
sake,
to co-parent.
so for the sake of peace, of harmony, then have that respect and always remember that first. If we fight, whether they hate them because what they did to you, the years they invested and the hurt and the
something
pain.
similar like that, you know, ZELISA.
But isn't it the truth?
Yes, that you remain, your relationship may have ended, but you remain parents for the rest of your life. So figure it out.
It's something you will always share.
Yeah.
Until you die.
That's right.
So you have to learn to live with that and respect each other despite you have differences. And you
just move along in the interest of progress, you know.
Correct.
Yes.
So we're going to take our first break, 3847142. If you may have any questions, any concerns, you could send your WhatsApp messages. If you are in a situation, you need advice, it's free. She's here. You could send a WhatsApp message. I'll read it to her, or you can call us after this first break. Let's go to these messages. When we return, we continue our conversation with learned attorney at law, Sajina Kadir, and today she's talking to us about domestic violence. Let's go to these messages.
The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from the 1st to the 31st of December. Over 400 merchants, toys, gift items, home decor, perfumes, t-shirt printing, and so much more. Daily live entertainment, fascinating snow show. Take pictures with Santa and check out their Facebook page for more information. The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from the 1st to the 31st of December. Opening daily from 10 a.m.
Farm India Expo opposite Medford gas station Shogunus will now be closing on December 10th. Enjoy up to 50% of all items. Everything must go. Complete family shopping, multi-cuisine food court, your one-stop shop. It's all coming to an end. Farm India Expo closing on December 10th from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. including weekends.
Super quality supermarket, best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Shogunus, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety. Porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Italy, Spain, India, Brazil and China. Conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunupir. Tile Expression Limited. Telephone 693-0015-223-TILE.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
I know. Welcome back to the program. Conversations with ZELISA. I'm in conversation with learned attorney at law Sajina Kadir. Today we're talking about domestic violence, and you know, messages already came in with regards to, good morning ZELISA, viewing most appropriate program for me, very challenging for me, divorced, but I'm still having a rough road with my ex. And I just want to say to this person, thanks for reaching out, and we're here to guide you. It didn't happen overnight, darling, and so it's not going to be fixed. There's no magic formula or a pill that you could take. So you take your time, it will happen. God will give you the strength. Ask God to give you the strength to cope, and it will all sort itself out. This moment and this day will pass. This season will pass. Okay, love, so be strong.
I really want to add to that, Zelisa.
Please
You know,
do.
she said she's divorced. I've had people tell me that they never getting married again when they're victims of violence and they divorce, and they've invited me to their wedding.
Yeah.
So this too will pass, as you correctly say. And I want to let her know in her private time, consider going to National Family Services and using the free resource available. I mean, even if you have money in this economically challenging times, take advantage of the free service being offered and help yourself deal with the emotions you're feeling as an individual. So you could try your best to come out of the situation and you know, make progress. And they say reality is, Zelisa, men and women are social animals. You will find love. The only question is when.
That door will open, that person will come, the right person.
Yes.
But what is important,
as an individual.
I think in many situations, and this is my personal opinion, I think in many situations, because you're so hurt, because you're so disappointed, perhaps you're seeing that person now opening a door to a new life.
Yes.
Living a life and happy and flaunting it, especially on social media and all these things. And you are there feeling lost and lonely and hurt, you're broken.
Yes.
And you're holding on to that.
Yes.
But if only you try very hard to let go of that.
Yes.
Let it be.
The weight will come off
that
of you, you
door.
know, and
Take
the dark
that,
clouds will
let
be
go
removed.
of that baggage.
That's correct.
And have a new attitude, telling
Yes.
yourself, you see, me today, I let go.
That's why I really want to say, we concentrate a lot on the victims of violence needing counseling and help. But I think I'm correct to say it was in Central Division, a program with the TTPS. I may be wrong, right? But it was under the TTPS, where they gave attention to the perpetrators of violence because they too need help, you know. Because even if this domestic violence situation has ended, the person has not healed or recovered, and they will go on and probably do that to another person. So they need counseling, perpetrators and victims.
I remember Pastor Doughton in conversation with him. He said something to me a couple of years ago. Hurt people hurt people.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Broken people break people.
Yes, and if you really don't have that skilled intervention, it will continue to just be a pattern. So different faces, different people, but same pattern of behavior. You know, that's why I want members of the public viewing and listening to really know and understand that when you reach that point and you apply to the court for a protection order, when you reach to the court, very often the day before the matter, the person may call and say, you know, talk niceness to you and you want to drop the matter. But that is the cycle. So you have to be strong. It's easier said than done. And then when you reach the court and the allegations are read against you, against the person, sorry, you really have just a few options. The person being accused of the acts of violence could give an undertaking, which is a promise in law, notwithstanding that they deny the allegations, because the allegations will be read, you admit to deny it. If you deny the allegations, notwithstanding that you deny it, you can give an undertaking, which is a promise in law, that you will never commit the acts of domestic violence. It could be granted for a minimum of 6 months or a maximum of 3 years. And once that is done, upon a mere allegation, there will be a protection order in place, right? Upon a mere allegation, you could be arrested or even charged, right? So that is one option in court. The matter ends on the first hearing once the summons is served by an undertaking. If you can't work it out, you could try ask the court to refer you to the same free service for counseling. If that doesn't work out, then you fix it for trial. But it is the court's duty to protect vulnerable citizens.
Excellent.
And even if the matter is adjourned, very often now the courts are erring on caution and granted interim protection orders. Now people will say ZELISA is just a paper comfort. And whilst I could get what they're saying, I disagree. Because once the police serves that interim protection order on the other person, if the person comes around you in any way that constitutes acts of domestic violence, the police would immediately arrest the person upon a mere allegation, because it becomes the police duty to oblige to the order of the court. You see how we always have to work hand in hand with everybody? So the lawyers will rely on the court to get this protection order. The court is relying on the police service. We're not an island. We have to, you know, do everything
Understood,
in sync. And then the police will serve the summons. So that's the best protection the law could afford. And I always tell people who day before want to withdraw the matter, listen, after 5 years, one day before the matter, do you really think it's going to change? And if you're really convinced, instruct me to come off record. And because I cannot sleep good in the night if you tell me you have to withdraw the matter this morning.
Do you get a lot of cases like that?
So many, and sometimes in the pace of the day with the different portfolios, it's high intensity emotional situations. ZELISA, I remember 5 times going to court for a particular woman.
Yeah.
4 times, sorry. The 5th time, she always withdrawing. The 5th time she came, I said, no, she can't pay me in US dollars to do her matter because I will not do it. Because she only coming back with the guy withdrawing, that kind of cycle. I don't want to be trapped in anybody's cycle.
Correct.
Right? I'm not sitting and crying with the client. When I reached in court, ZELISA, I was in my other matter, and I'm hearing facts that sounded familiar. When I looked up, I saw her with an iron burn mark on her face, ZELISA.
Oh,
and when I was leaving court, right, she said, Miss Kadi, when I left your office that day, I was very, very angry with you, but I wrote down what you said. And she showed me the paper had once a victim, twice a volunteer. So you volunteer to the abuse and I'm not entertaining it. But that's when I was really rigid. Now I'm a little more kind-hearted with my counseling for victims of abuse and stuff. But what I'm saying is, once people reach the court, listen, it's either you give the undertaking, it goes for counseling or mediation, it goes to a trial. Reason being is, if that does not work and you don't pursue that then, you're just going to come back, you know. The only question is when you're going to need the help, because the cycle won't end unless you as the victim ends the cycle.
I think what is sad is that there's always one time too many and it might just end up detrimental.
It may be a statistic. That's why you know, we always urge members of the public to understand that there are options. And if you can't afford a lawyer, that's no excuse. There are options available. There's legal aid. There's the TTPS Community Justice Clinic. Go and get. I know that's one of the topics.
And we're coming up to talk with,
and it's important for them to understand this is a forum that you get. And you know, once they get that help and the dark clouds start to remove, ZELISA, they see it differently. I've had people come to my office to show me their new child with their new partner. You understand? Because they finally moved on, but they were crying at the office before. You
Hurt
have
and
to,
pain,
yes, you have to. It's like you're sitting on a rocking chair, worrying, going back and forth. You ain't going anywhere. You have to get up and do something.
Get up and make things happen. You're very correct.
Definitely.
You can't take things for granted anymore. I like that. It's very empowering what you always see. And again, we are in control. Prevention is better than cure.
That's right.
One time extra is one time too many. You're correct when you said you could become a statistic. I know we're going to wrap up this segment. And if any one of you, if you are in a situation where you feel as if you're being abused, whatever sort of violence, you know, you are facing, please be smart enough, be wise enough, be strong enough to love yourself and understand that you deserve better. You deserve more. You don't deserve to be a statistic, all right? And always remember, I try to tell people the best is always yet to come. The moment will pass, the storm will finish, and the sun will shine again. And that's the attitude. But you must also remember that you have to close that door and close it shut with a lock, you know, in order for a new one to open with a bright new beginning and a fresh, new and improved you with a different attitude, all right? So, keep smiling, be positive, know the best is yet to come. We're going to take a second break. When we return, we're going to be talking about the community justice. And this is why I always applaud Ms. Kadir, because, you know, it is a form or an avenue that if you need free legal advice, it is where the law and law in terms of the police and the legal mind, they come together cohesively to help the citizens of this land, and it's absolutely free. So no more excuses. We continue our conversation when we return. Stay with us. Stay with us.
Charan's Bookstore for all your school books, stationery items, uniforms, shoes, board games, toys, and much more. Visit them at any of their 3 branches located at 24 Eastern Main Road, Quezay, San Juan. Telephone number 675-9024 or 675-3607. 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, 663-1884, 663-1476, or 645-3878. Trin City Mall, Trin City. Contact them at 640-3155.
Calm down, calm down.
Check out Charan's Bookstore.
Looking for an adventure? Then come to Massa Nature Park. There are scenic spaces for picnics, adults and kids swimming pools, apartments for rent, huts for cooking, liming, and beautiful nature trails for hikes. Business hours 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Conveniently located at Brasso, Vancouver. Contact us at 777-4531 or 335-0183. Let the fun begin.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Telephone 693-0015 or 223 Tile.
The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from the 1st to the 31st of December. Over 400 merchants, toys, gift items, home decor, perfumes, t-shirt printing, and so much more. Daily live entertainment, fascinating snow show. Take pictures with Santa and check out their Facebook page for more information. The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from the 1st to the 31st of December. Opening daily from 10 a.m.
Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station Shogunus will now be closing on December 10th. Enjoy up to 50% of all items. Everything must go. Complete family shopping. Multi-cuisine food court. Your one-stop shop. It's all coming to an end. Fab India Expo closing on December 10th from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. including weekends.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with ZELISA. And you know, we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions, reminding you that knowledge is power. And let me say welcome back to Attorney at Law Sajina Kadir, and of course joining us Inspector Aguilera. Thank you so much for being here, representing the community justice.
Isn't it nice that there's 3 ladies?
I know.
I just had to say that, no bias.
Yes. Now, I have a question, if you'll allow me to say it. Coming in from a gentleman who I also respect, Kiran Samaru. Okay. He's the host and executive producer of a radio show, The People's Platform, on 975 FM. He is a young and very ambitious, successful journalist as well. Right. So he sent this message in. in the prevalence of domestic violence correlated to income levels, men are still killing women despite the women moving away, taking restraining orders and creating distance. For example, than recent shooting suicide at the crossing, what more or else can be done? He goes on to say, victims tend to stay in situations because of the children and the lack of finances to take care of the children. What advice do you have for such women? Went on, recently the government announced that it was opening a shelter for men. I like this. What advice do you have for men in domestic abuse? So twofold questions.
Sure.
Yeah? Thanks,
So
Kiran.
because violence does not discriminate and the law is available 24/7, 365 days for the year for women, the same way as men, my advice, as I said, with regard to violence and the approach to take is the same for women or men. So if there is an issue and counseling cannot fix the issue, then seek redress before the honorable court. But even more so, what is important is not to, after an order is made, don't facilitate the violence by, let me just talk to the person today and see if it could work out. You have to, after you get the order, live the order. Make that order come to life. And with regard to what the government, what more can be done, this is why, and I'm sure Inspector would agree, this is why the Special Victims Unit was born. This is why the Gender-Based Violence Unit came to pass.
Excellent.
And also to the transitional homes that the Ministry of Social Development are now building. That's right, the Children's Authority as well. So I mean, the options that are there, people need to understand to take use of it even after the order. You know, but I'm glad for that question so that men understand that this is a live issue to them and they don't need to be strong and break in inside and then trip off and be an aggressor to a situation.
And I really think, I want to applaud the initiative of the government, really, that they announced that, you know, they were opening a shelter for men. I think that's brilliant. It's awesome because they are also victims. And now they know they have a place. I
think the importance is men knowing that they have a safe space. Because in the past, men have made reports and I could say honestly, it wasn't seen by police officers. Nope. And because the commissioner knowing that we need customer service, they have courses going right now.
Excellent.
To assist officers being more empathetic.
Great.
Yes, and understanding that the issue, and also fantastic program, the Justice Clinic.
Yes.
Where we try to target men to say, okay, it is a safe space. It's good for a lot of the time to realize that they don't know what, the education isn't there. They don't know what options are open to them. So with the attorneys and the officers who are always present, they are educating.
Excellent.
The inspector, bring that home, as ZELISA, because one of the main topics we have is domestic violence. And even the inspector came on board in April, she's very much in tune. And just the fact that, you know, we have a symbiotic relationship to aid these victims of violence. I mean, when they see the attorney is one thing, but the police presence is so important to the initiative because it gives them that sense of comfort to see law enforcement and judicial officers working hand in hand to help them.
Good. This just came in from Jamaica. So Jan, good morning.
Good morning,
Welcome
Jamaica.
to the show and to all viewing in Jamaica. Beautiful Jamaica.
Yes,
and
of
your
course.
Duke, right? Hi, ZELISA and guests. Good morning. You both look as beautiful. I think this was sent just before inspectors. So you look as beautiful as the decorations on your set. I wish that all men and women can hear your conversation this morning. It is so important. No human being should believe that they have the right to abuse another, whether physically, emotionally, psychologically, or otherwise. Control is not love. Sex is not love. Love is caring and sharing. Keep loving yourself first and move on. Let them go. A leopard does not change its spots. The new person will get the same treatment. Do not envy them.
Exactly, as you were saying on the program, same pattern, you know. So we appreciate that message.
And I think what women need to realize and understand that when they stay in these situations, the children are affected.
Oh, certainly.
The children are affected.
Serious ramifications.
Especially the girls.
I think that's when, as a woman, you need to identify if I love my kids, I've
Yes.
got to think
Yes.
of how they feel.
Yes.
I've got to save them.
Yes.
I've got to have them in a safe place and understand
Yes.
I am not accepting this for me, for
Yes,
them. I'm not
exactly,
allowing it.
exactly.
And you know, ZELISA, this is why I want to say programs like yours really bring information to members
Yes.
of the public. And you know, the TTPS community oriented policing section initiative, the community justice clinic. I mean, you're familiar with Senior Super. He's been on this set,
Certainly.
right?
And we applaud him all the
He sends his
time.
regards, of course. And you know, the initiative started under him, and you know, it was started to help people in toxic home situations.
Nice.
And I'm grateful for this program because you have partnered with us for so long.
Yes.
You are like one of us then.
And I'm grateful that I have people with such strengths that could come and help us.
Yes.
That could help our citizens.
Yes. And it has been important to partner with you because you create a great social media and media platform to explain to members of the public the locations of the clinic. Every month faithfully you give us your time and your staff to help us,
That's
you know,
all right.
put the message
I'm
out there.
committed to helping.
You know?
This is what the program has been designed to do. Inform, educate, empower.
And ZELISA,
Knowledge
we
is
have
power.
a small token for you.
I
for
don't
compliments of the season.
What is this?
The inspector will give you it because we know it falls under
Please, no.
your heart. It's a project under your heart as well, right?
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
please accept this
Thank
on
you
behalf
very
of
much.
the
Commissioner,
TTPS.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, darling.
You're
God bless
very
you. Thank
welcome.
you. You didn't have to, but I'm
Of course.
very much appreciative.
Yes.
Very, very kind
As
of you.
beautiful as you, ZELISA.
Oh, thank you,
so,
darling.
So we just want to explain, you know, to members of the public, and as you would know, you've come here so many times, and
Yeah.
you always facilitate us that for the past 2 years, we have visited 59 communities. And members of the public, I mean, very recently, myself and Inspector Aguilera and Senior Super and the team, we went to the Dretchy for Deaf Awareness Week.
Yes.
And you know, different organizations like the Gender-Based Violence Unit, when they had their initiative in Toco, reached out to us to be part of it so that the service could continue to circle around Trinidad and Tobago, because we know you have a lot of viewers in Tobago. We saw some of them at the clinic.
Nice.
Saying they
Hello.
saw us on your program,
Great.
right? So hello to Tobago this morning as well. And you know, this forum has helped us to circle the 59 communities, giving them the knowledge of the location. So we appreciate you, ZELISA.
And I appreciate you all on behalf of all of us, all the viewers near and far. As you can see, it's not just locally, but regionally and internationally as well,
Yes.
that we are reaching out. Even if we touch one person and
Yes.
could save that life,
Yes.
we've made a difference.
Yes.
And I applaud you all.
Thank you so much. I know you always share our cell phone number, but I want to remind members of the public, the clinic is available the last Saturday of every month, 8
Right.
o'clock to 1 o'clock. In December, we will be taking a little break because it has been a journey,
And
you
it's
know.
well
And in order to
deserved.
give the service, I think both sides of the partnership need to rest and
Refresh.
recuperate
Yes,
as well.
yes,
Of
yes.
course, if any member of the public has an urgent issue, we will never turn them down, you know. But we will recommence the last Saturday in January, 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And I
Nice.
really want to tell you, when you sent your crew to the Shogunas location, ZELISA, when we did Legal Access 10, we actually had 10 simultaneous legal clinics across the 10 policing divisions, you know, and we actually dispensed with 407 matters, you know. So
I'm happy to hear that.
yes, you know, and it's always a symbiotic relationship. I mean, there'll be highs and lows, but I think when we, like with any organization, but I think when we focus on the purpose, we always get it done. And you know, it's been great working alongside the TTPS, and I know Inspector is eager to review when is our next legal access then.
Yes.
Good.
Right? So we will be doing it in April next year.
April 2024,
Yes.
yes.
April 2024.
Yes.
Let's go to this break. When we return, we continue our conversation with Attorney at Law Sajina Kadir and Inspector Allegrera. When we return, stay with us.
The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from the 1st to the 31st of December. Over 400 merchants, toys, gift items, home decor, perfumes, t-shirt printing, and so much more. Daily live entertainment, fascinating snow show. Take pictures with Santa and check out their Facebook page for more information. The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from the 1st to the 31st of December, opening daily from 10 a.m.
Farm India Expo opposite Medford gas station Shogunus will now be closing on December 10th. Enjoy up to 50% of all items. Everything must go. Complete family shopping, multi-cuisine food court, your one-stop shop. It's all coming to an end. Farm India Expo closing on December 10th from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. including weekends.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Shogunus, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Looking for an adventure? Then come to Massa Nature Park. There are scenic spaces for picnics, adults and kids swimming pools, apartments for rent, huts for cooking, liming, and beautiful nature trails for hikes. Business hours 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Conveniently located at Brasso, Grand Couva. Contact us at 777-4531 or 335-0183. Let the fun begin.
Charan's Bookstore. For all your school books, stationery items, uniforms, shoes, board games, toys, and much more. Visit them at any of their 3 branches located at 24 Eastern Main Road, Quezay, San Juan. Telephone number 675-9024 or 675-3607. 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, 663-1884, 663-1476, or 645-3878. Trincity Mall, Trincity. Contact them at 640-3155.
Calm down, calm down.
Check out Charan's Bookstore.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with ZELISA. Let's say welcome back to these lovely ladies, two women that are forces in every way, reaching out and really giving of themselves, more of themselves to transform lives.
Yes. I want to give a special acknowledgement to Deputy Commissioner of Police, Samurai. I know Inspector just brought greetings on behalf of the Commissioner, but this project falls under DCP Samaru, you know, and he's always been kind to the initiative. And I think when you see purpose, you know, you just find yourself there to do the needful. And, you know, hats off to DCP Samaru, and was, as we know, Senior Super is taking a little short break. So on behalf of the attorneys this morning, some of whom I spoke to, we wanted to publicly acknowledge him taking the time out on vacation to continue to render assistance to a very good cause.
He's like a live wire, isn't he?
Yes.
You know, I wonder how he does
go-to person, yeah.
But, you know, it's, you know, sometimes I think it's divine intervention.
I think so too.
Where, you know, that you've got this passion to help, and you do it without wanting or expecting anything in return. You give your all.
And you know what, ZELISA, as you say that, if they like you, they like you, and if they don't, they don't, and you still do it because it needs to get done. You understand?
Exactly.
So, and I mean that because any good initiative, I've realized, there'll always be somebody in the public who want to put it down or say something negative. But if you remember that service to humanity is service to God, you don't want to waste time taking on the negativity.
I want to agree with you here this morning. You've just preached, because the fact is, not everybody will like you. But you have to always understand what is your reason, what is your purpose. And if you know you give your all, and if you know you are honest and a good law-abiding citizen, then they could say what the hell they want to say. It doesn't matter. Stand your ground.
Yes.
Because people will, you like it or not, that's the world.
That's right.
Sometimes you have sibling, and you face it every day, especially in the law, sibling, rivalry, and you sometimes wonder, these people came from the same womb?
Yes, and does it really need to reach here?
And if it happens in the home or in families or in communities, then it happens.
You know, and that's why, ZELISA, with the TTPS Community Justice Clinic, you know, as Inspector was saying, you have the police present on the day, right? So sometimes when people come, they don't want to speak to the attorney, really. And sometimes they'll say, I could just get to talk to the officer. And, you know, if it's something that, like on Saturday, the attorneys had a question how to handle a particular matter. So we engage Inspector on her expertise on how to approach it, because you can't play into it all. You understand?
Correct, because they've got their strengths and their know-how.
And then when she guided us, we realized sometimes, and we always do this, we don't necessarily need to be attorneys and litigate a matter. There's mediation available. There's counseling available. So we must use our diligence to give the public the option.
There's so many different options, and one of the initiatives that I really applaud and I liked from the beginning, and it's the fact that you've partnered with the police officers, you've partnered with the law. With regards to that, you know, a lot of people feel that there are barriers and you can't get to the police officer, or you feel that intimidation. But when you partner and you walk through communities, given the crime situation that we are facing, we can't run from that. It's the truth. You understand, Inspector, what I'm saying? That you feel now a level of comfort. You feel now that you can approach. You feel now that that barrier has been broken. The ice is no longer
People
there.
have commented on that.
And that is important.
And
that
to be honest, ZELISA, the attorneys in these vulnerable times, we can't walk the street, or we need to make sure the police making sure we safe too.
You can't. But what is important is that the citizens, grandma, papa, mama, auntie, uncle, they feel that sense of belonging, they feel that comfort, and they feel, okay, I could talk to my police. I have a problem that I'm hiding or I'm afraid of. Whatever it is, then, all right, good. You know, now I feel comfortable. I think that is important.
And I think that's one of the reasons we try to use the facilities owned by the police youth clubs. Because the youth club leaders have that conversation with the community, they have that togetherness, they have that camaraderie. And a lot of the youth club members, the parents also attend just to get that information as well.
Nice.
Yes, so we touch the community.
You know, Inspector, you talk about the youth clubs. I am in awe of what the children that I've seen who would have evolved into men and women, and they would, because of that intervention, because of the shaping and the molding, they are such good young law-abiding citizens.
We have a lot of success stories.
I'm telling you, the stories are amazing. And that's why I always say, especially to single mothers, or fathers as well, because we've got some good single fathers. And they find themselves in a situation where they've got to handle 2 and 3 jobs. And we understand that. They've got to survive. They have to live. They have to pay their bills. They have responsibilities. They have to put food on the table. And they can't be there. Get your children involved in the extracurricular activity, because you know they're going to be in the right place. And you know they're going to produce good young leaders.
We have had one young lady who attended the 10 years, attended Nelson Street Girls. She was the biggest bully in the school. Everyone was fearful of her. And speaking with her, we realized that because she was always bigger than everyone else, she was bullied. And one day she pushed back, and that was it. At the end of leaving school, she left with her 6 passes, queen of
Bless
youth club.
her.
Well done.
She made this
Yes.
under 16 national team, and she's
Well done.
attorney.
Well done.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a she's
Oh,
an attorney.
excellent.
It's,
Okay.
you know, on my I feel when I hear success stories, they are our heroes.
Yes.
And it's a child that grew up that could be, I mean, every child has the potential to be a leader. We don't know. Our children are the flowers of our nation, but we have to remember they are our future. They are the leaders.
course.
They are the mothers and fathers. So you see, when I see
Exactly.
social media, attorney, an inspector,
Yes.
and I see them fighting it like last
Yes,
night, I was
yes.
like,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
saying, Lord, Father, look how they're beating this child.
Yes.
This was a video I saw out of Tobago.
Yes.
And they targeting this child head and her face, and and his entire class.
Yes.
And it hurt my heart. They don't have the right. Where is the anger? These kids are
Yes.
just so angry, and they behave, the profanity,
Yes.
and the
Where
anger
does it
and the
come
rage. Where the hell this is coming
And
from?
that's why I really admire. Do you see what you said there about the police youth club? Like over the past 2 years, working in partnership with the police service, I've learned so much of the benefits of the police youth clubs
Yes.
to these youth. Sometimes when the clinic is going on, I remember WPC Castillo and St.
Yes,
Clair,
St.
there's
Clair.
another room and they're either doing their homework or some project. So they become like the mother or the father to all these
yes,
children.
yes.
And I really admire that about these officers.
Listen, I remember having a conversation with Officer Shabadi of St. James.
St. James Police
Has a
Club.
very successful.
Yes,
I mean, I
yes.
interviewed some of those children, and I was like in awe of the way they spoke,
yes.
the way they carry themselves, their
Their
ambitions. Yeah, they just had a light
Yes.
with them, and that's when you know. We have help. We just have to find the avenues. So don't make excuses, because you could place your child in the right place to get that help.
Yes, you know, big kudos to the community-oriented policing section, and because all the youth clubs fall under their autonomy.
Yes.
So I mean, that's really something to, even we as attorneys, we have learned so much how much effort and time they put into it, and then they're multitasking, and members of the public don't even realize sometimes. Even sometimes we the attorneys, you know, just like our plate is full, their plate is full too.
Of
But it's about
course.
remembering the project, getting the job done,
Yes.
and ensuring that, you know, everybody is not cheated of any time and the dedication is given equally to the different projects, you know.
Another new initiative that we have is the conflict resolution caravan,
Which I
that's being
love.
run by the St. Joseph Police Youth Club leader, Miss
Goddard.
Goddard. Yes, going out to schools and dealing with all these fights and trying to mediation.
Excellent.
So it's should start continue sometime early next year, but she has got wonderful results as well.
I love hearing that, because
Yes.
you know what? We are finding solutions.
And you would have mentioned
exactly,
Denise
being
Koto on this
proactive.
program.
Yes, she's brilliant.
So she is in partnership with
And she's been on the
Goddard,
program,
yes.
and she's such a beautiful person.
Yes.
And she has the art, the gift
Yes.
of doing what she
I remember
does.
when we did mediation versus litigation
Yes,
on this
yeah,
program.
yeah.
It was fun, and in many ways, you know, I learned off of her. You don't always need to say court.
And she's always so committed to what she does. I mean,
Yeah.
her heart and passion is there.
Yes.
And when you have people like that, you just know.
You can't go
that
wrong.
You
eh?
can't go wrong.
And even if you
know,
go
the
wrong, you
answers
can
are
write
there.
it fast, yes.
We've got to wrap things up. Let me allow you your closing remarks.
I want to say to members of the public viewing this, you know, the TTPS Community Justice Clinic is a free initiative. The number to call is 480-1421. You can always call by the second week into the month to know the locations, and an attorney, a competent attorney, could confidentially give you legal advice and guide you on the way forward. So please take advantage of the free service being offered.
Inspector?
Yes, please. We also have community walks, usually happen on the Wednesdays before the clinic, to sensitize persons in the community so they'll know exactly where and what is being offered. And again, on behalf of the Commissioner of Police, we'd love to thank the attorneys, the wonderful job they're
Of course,
doing.
and to the
So,
officers
ma'am,
and
thank you
ZELISA
for
as
that.
well.
You're
and
more
for
than
always
welcome.
partnering with us, right?
Always,
That's
always,
season.
and continued. I'm sure, I hope we'll get a little more of you before the end.
Okay,
I'm putting it
sure,
on
we will
plate.
touch base.
But let me say thanks again, God's choices, blessings to you both, the entire team. May that bright light continue to shine in your path. All the best for a bright, new, prosperous, successful, and happy new year.
Thank you, ZELISA, to your viewers as well. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. This is where we've got to wrap things up for today. I want to remind you, we do have a repeat of the program at 3 o'clock on Synergy TV. Tell your friends, tell your family members, because it's great information. Please stand up for yourself, love yourself, and know that with God, all things are possible. Thanks for choosing us. Have yourselves an awesome day today, a safe one. Please be good, law-abiding citizens. You know what you've got to do, and always do what is right. I am ZELISA Buduseng Rupani. Thanks for choosing us.